Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the DI 101 webinar series. My name is Jared Evans. I'm the Director of Marketing for Top Build's family of businesses, including Distribution International. If you are new to the DI 101 webinar series, I will tell you that it is an incredible resource offered to DI customers, partners, and associates. By partnering with our manufacturers and our industry experts, these webinars deliver informative presentations about industry trends, new technology, new products, and product applications. In order to fully support our customers, Distribution International offers products and solutions from multiple manufacturers and brands in many different product categories. This webinar does not represent an endorsement of one manufacturer or brand over another. Rather, we pride ourselves in partnering with manufacturers that deliver products of the highest quality to our customers. We are extremely excited to welcome Owens Corning for today's webinar presentation. The presentation will explore how fiberglass insulation enhances the performance and efficiency of modern data centers. Our presenter today is Bill Tolliver. He's the Owens Corning Technical Service Engineer. We are proud to have such a great presenter with us today. We certainly thank Bill for his time. We will field questions at the end of the webinar. To submit questions, please use the questions icon on the GoToWebinar control panel. You'll see the little square with the question mark in it. You can click on that and submit your questions at any point during the webinar, and we will answer the questions at the end. We'll get to as many as we can. Without further delay, I will turn this over to Bill with Owens Corning.
Thanks, Jared. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar. As Jared mentioned, we are going to be talking about today fiberglass solutions for modern data centers. Just start off here with a little bit of the agenda. So I'm going to give an overview of Owens Corning, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about data centers themselves. Have a quick discussion about insulation selection criteria. Then we'll get into the meat of the three fiberglass products I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to mention cellular glass at the end and talk about some resources. And as Jared said, we'll take all the questions at the end. So again, welcome everybody, and here we go. So Owens Corning has been a Fortune 500 company for the last 70 years. As you can see here, we reported nearly 11 billion in sales in 2024. We have one Pink Panther and some 25,000 plus employees, and we're in 31 different countries. You can see that we have divisions in roofing, insulation, and also doors. We acquired the doors division just last year. In this map, you can see the manufacturing locations that Owens Corning has in North America and also in South America. What to focus in on here is that the pipe insulation and most of our TI or technical insulation products are made in the Newark, Ohio facility. As Jared mentioned, I am a technical service engineer, and this slide goes through the services that we can provide. We work a lot in codes and standards, participate in ASHRAE, ASTM, NIA, provide webinars such as this today and training. We help out a lot with energy analysis calculations, freeze control thickness, personal protection thickness, etc. We help with on-the-job application training, and we can also help with engineering or energy surveys. So now let's go through a quick review of data centers. What are they, and why are we talking about data centers today? My slide is not advancing. Now it is.
There you
Sorry
go.
about that. For some reason, my slide was not advancing. So data centers, prior to the 80s, pretty much every manufacturing site or location would have their own room with servers and where they kept all the data. Um, Today, as more and more data needs to be shared and more quickly available, data centers are required to capture all that data. And with the growth of AI, data centers are even more important. As you can see here, there are several services that data centers do provide. The growth in data centers is not just here in the US, but it's global. In this busy slide, you can see that over the next 3 years, there's going to be a lot of investment. $175 billion is estimated to be invested in data centers. That's a lot. 90% of those are going to be in 9 states. And you can see that of those 9 states, most of it will be in Virginia, Arizona, Ohio, and Texas. Along with that growth, we have the growth of insulation. Based on research and markets, the need for insulation for pipes and ducts for data centers will more than double over the next 6 years. So why is insulation needed? In data centers, obviously, you need the insulation for the walls and so on and so forth, but data centers use a lot of energy. Studies say that a large data center can use upwards of 100 megawatts of energy. And to make that a little bit easier to understand, that's like 350,000 to 400,000 electric cars per year, or a medium-sized plant. All that electric energy goes into operating the servers, and a lot of heat is created. Because of that heat that's created, cooling systems are needed, and there comes in the insulation, because the thermal insulation is required to help cool the equipment. So what is the criteria for selecting insulation? I often say that there is no truly perfect insulation because there's so many different needs. What may be a perfect insulation for me for a given application may not be the same as for somebody else. That's because there are so many different selection criteria that come into play and how much we value each one. So one person may value performance and the other one may value cost. Others may be obligated because of codes. So all these criteria come into play when looking at and selecting the installation for the application. I'd like to remind everybody that Owens Corning's technical services is there to help if help is needed in selecting insulation. Now let's get into the 3 fiberglass insulations that I want to talk about today. I'm going to start off right here with pipe insulation. So this pipe insulation is preformed in the factory. You can see it's already got the round shape. It has a jacketing on it. That jacketing is a vapor retarder. The installation of this product is simply to open the fiberglass up, put it around the pipe, and then the jacketing has a longitudinal tape that you can use to close that section. The fiberglass pipe insulation comes in a box normally, and with it comes tape that you can use between each section. Fiberglass pipe insulation comes in very, very small sizes down to 1/2 inch, clear up to 24 inch. In Owens Corning, we actually have pipe insulation that can go up to 36-inch. Moving to the properties, I'm not going to go through all of them, but just to go through some of them that stand out. When you insulate the pipe, you're talking about 36-inch long sections normally. The conductivity, 0.23, that's a good conductivity. One thing that stands out too is that the insulation perm rating. So 50 may or may not mean much to everybody, but what that means is that the insulation will absorb moisture. And this product and fiberglass products depend heavily on the vapor retarder. So during the installation, it's important to take care of sealing the system and taking care of the vapor retarder or ASJ jacketing. ASJ stands for all surface jacket, but it's just the white covering that comes on the insulation. The next product I want to talk about is fiber reoriented blanket. And this product is made by all the manufacturers. It goes by the name of Flex Wrap and Owens Corning, Quick Flex and Knopf, Microflex for JM, and Crimp Wrap for Certainteed. So all of those products are very similar products. They're made online during the manufacturing process. And during the production, the velocity of the conveyors is slowed down. And when that happens, that blanket starts to bunch up. So what I'm trying to show here in the top left photo is that the fiber is actually bunched or crimped, or um, the fiber direction has changed. In doing so, it helps the product so that it's flexible, so you can wrap it around pipes and tanks. It also helps with compressive strength, to increase the compressive strength. This product, different than the pipe insulation that I talked about previously, is that you do have to cut it to length. So you have to determine the circumference and thickness and cut the length correctly, then wrap the pipe or duct and tape it. So it does take a little bit more work and accuracy in cutting the insulation. A benefit is that you can have one roll of this product that is, let's say, 2 inches thick, and you can use it on many pipes. So you don't have to have one box of 12 by 2, another one of 16 by 2, another one by 18 by 2. One roll of 2-inch product can be used for many different sizes of pipes. So that is one of the advantages. One caution is, though, that there is a minimum pipe size. So for example, a 1.5-inch thick product can only wrap 8-inch pipe and above. A 4-inch thick product, the smallest pipe you can wrap is 20 inches. If we look at the properties, the conductivity is very similar or the same as the pipe product. And since we're talking about fiberglass, the perm rating is the same. This product also depends on the vapor barrier for performance. The next product is very similar to the one I just discussed. The difference here, however, is this product is not made online in the manufacturing process, but it's made by being fabricated. So board insulation product is cut into segments, and those segments are turned 90 degrees, and then they're glued to the white ASJ facing that is shown here, or even FSK or FRK, depending on the terminology. But in doing so, you can see in the picture on the right that the fiber direction is in the thickness direction. And what that does for you is that provides a tremendous compressive resistance. The compressive resistance of this product, as you can see in the table, is 120 pounds per square foot. And you may not have noticed in the other products, but it's closer to 25 pounds per square foot. So one certain advantage of this product is the compressive strength. Like the previous product, this comes in a roll, so you can benefit by less inventory. However, like the previous product, you also have to cut it to the length that you want to install. And sometimes these segments can fall out, which make a little bit more difficulty. Um, and sometimes in the final installation, you can see those segments through the ASJ. So some people say it has a stop sign type appearance. Um, but all three of these products work very well, very well. They all have differences, but they all work very well. In this slide, I tried to summarize some of the comments about the three products. From a fire performance standpoint, they all meet the requirements of 2550 flame and smoke. Thermal performance, and I should have said previously, is that 3 check marks does not mean it's 3 times the performance. What I'm trying to do here is just show differences. So for thermal performance, the pipe insulation and fiber reoriented blanket, those have the same thermal conductivity. The fabricated pipe and tank has a little bit higher conductivity or less thermal performance. So it could be that you might have to have slightly more thickness for the fabricated pipe and tank in comparison to the other two products. And again, part of that reason is because the fiber orientation of that product allows the heat to escape or come in easier. It shouldn't be any surprise that all three products have the same water vapor transmission, as all three are fiberglass. You can see here the compressive resistance that I talked about with the fabricated pipe and tank. It's much more. Installed costs, um, the fiberglass pipe insulation often is a little bit more expensive, but the time to install it can be less. Um, if you're up on scaffolding or if you're working at heights, it can make it a little bit more challenging if you're using a blanket or pipe and tank versus a pipe section. Um, the the only difference between the last two products, the reoriented or the fabricated, as I said, is sometimes the segments can cause a little bit of fabrication difficulty, but otherwise they both work pretty much the same. So that finishes the review of the three products that I wanted to talk about, but I did want to at least mention cellular glass. And the reason for doing so, I know that this is a fiberglass webinar, but there are some conditions where it's important to consider other insulations, and that's wherever you have a really high vapor drive. Cellular glass is a product that's 100% impermeable. So unlike the fiberglass, you're not 100% relying on that vapor retarder or that. This product is also has extremely high compressive resistance, so could be used also for pipe supports. So I just wanted to bring this product up just to mention that that product also is out there. Additional resources, obviously the Owens Corning website has quite a bit of information. You can contact me. We've Owens Corning, we work with NIA, the Midwest Insulation Contractors Association. They have a really nice document that shows how to install fittings and special applications. And lastly, I'd be remiss to not say something about the 3E Plus program, because that's something that I use really quite often. It's free to download. They have an online version. It's really handy to determine condensation control thicknesses, heat loss calculations, personal protection. It's really a nice tool to use. And with that, I'm ready for any questions that we may have.
All right. Let's see here. Here's a question. What are the lowest and highest temperatures one will be seeing on data center projects?
Mostly we're talking about temperatures are between 40 and 60 degrees, process temperatures.
Okay. That's the only question we have so far. While we are waiting for somebody to maybe think of something else, so um, do want to remind our audience that DI, as a distributor, we offer this webinar platform as a way for our manufacturing partners to inform customers about their products. We offer this platform to all of our manufacturing partners, and it's just kind of a value-added resource that DI offers to try to be that the real information resource for our customers. And it's also a great opportunity for our associates as well to get that insight and product knowledge here also. So I don't see any other questions. So Bill, I want to thank you definitely for your time. I want to remind everybody to follow Distribution International on LinkedIn. We do post updates to upcoming webinars and other key information. So follow us there. Also, for the customers on the call, be sure to check out distributioninternational.com. You can see our full catalog of products that we offer right there on distributioninternational.com. So with that, Bill, thank you again for your time. If there are no further questions, I want to wish everybody a great day and enjoy the rest of your week.